Cody's Facebook page.
Hello, everybody. We are live, and I am so excited. We've got some really cool guests tonight. CJ, what do you got to say?
It's been quite a day, hasn't it?
Oh my gosh, I've been running like my chicken with its head cut off. Oh my gosh.
And your website has just been exploding.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of people on there, and
I love the costumes and stuff that are coming in.
yeah, aren't they cool?
Yeah.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How's your day been, Dark Lady?
Crazy.
So,
Crazy.
What's in store for the listeners this evening in the next hour? We have Red coming on board here in just a bit, I understand.
Yeah. Sarah needs to call in here in a minute. We have Lance Tuck, and he is the writer of the Peloton Sequence, and that sounds like a really very cool set of books that he's done.
What time is he going to be joining us?
He is going to be here right now. He's supposed to be.
6 o'clock.
Yeah.
Good.
But Sarah.
Well, how's that going?
Yeah. Color.
So I hope everybody's having a wonderful day today. I really enjoy the stuff that's coming through on the website.
Mm-hmm.
This is fantastic. Look at these little pumpkins, man. These things are so cool.
Yeah, there's a lot of really cool ones.
I like that post the other day of the ferocious dogs attacking that innocent man. That was just scary.
Yeah. Come on, Sarah. Anyway, we are waiting for my executive producer to come on. And Sarah, we're on radio.
Hey guys, what's going on? Sorry, just cutting pumpkins over here with my kids.
I know.
But that's okay.
It's been crazy, huh? Yes.
Yeah, it's been a crazy runaround for the last couple of days, but you know what? It's like Christmas, you know? Once it's over, it's like, oh, phew, thank God.
Yeah, then we can all rest. And then work up for next year, right?
Right? Yeah, no, exactly.
Yeah.
Back to the next year's runaround.
Yeah, we know what we did
So what are
wrong
you
this
guys
year.
up to over here?
At what?
What are you guys doing right now?
We are on the air, and we need to get our guest on.
Sure. Hang on one sec. I'll merge
Okay.
in 1 sec.
Alrighty. So we're going to be talking to Lance here. And,
Good.
He sounds like a very interesting man.
Do the listeners know that you oil your broom regularly?
Oh my God. No, they don't. They don't know it.
Well, she does. She uses Old English. It's really good for the wood.
Yeah.
It's hard to get out of the wash, though. I wish you'd just, anyway.
Well, what can I say? Yeah, that's me,
So where did you fly this morning?
Oh, I went to London and back.
Did you?
Mm-hmm.
Was it good weather? I mean,
No,
I
it's
guess,
rainy over there like it is here.
Well, I guess at 40,000 feet it's clear and sunny.
I don't fly at 40,000 feet.
Well, you don't?
No.
Well, I didn't know. What altitude do you fly at?
Oh,
Kinda like
probably 100
At bird height?
Yeah, I don't do it, That would really,
Did you ever worry about people seeing you, or does that bother you at all?
no, who cares?
Do you wave?
Yeah, I wave every once in a while.
I've looked. I've never.
Swoop down.
Hi, Lori. Hi, Dark Lady. Okay, we've got our guest on the phone now. Go ahead and say hello and stuff.
Hey, Lance.
Hello, this is Lance.
Hey, how's it going?
Doing well. How are you doing?
Hey, Lance.
Good. Is there must be a
little delay there.
little delay or something there.
It's that telephone vapor lock.
So, what have you
Yeah,
been up?
excuse me a little bit.
So, what have you been up to today?
Not much, actually. Been relaxing most of the day. I watched some Munsters earlier. There's
Oh.
nothing special on that. So.
Oh yeah, aren't they great? I love those guys for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah. So, what are you going to do for Halloween? Anything special?
I don't know. Try and resurrect the entire cemetery of the dead. Something fun. I don't know. Maybe
There you go. That sounds interesting.
Well, it's a Monday, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, you're up for Halloween. Oh!
Well, tell us a little
No, I
bit
have no
about
special
yourself.
plan.
Tell us a little bit about yourself.
All right. I'm basically, I was raised Mormon. If you could see me, you'd tell that didn't take. That gave me an interesting take on religion. I've always had a fascination with it because everybody kept telling me you're wrong about it. So, all right, I figured out science was a more fun way to argue with them. So I've got an interesting fusion of the two of them. I like to debate, I like to argue, and I like to argue both sides on it. So I've entered into some of the strangest relationships with people just to make a point.
Oh, man.
Oh, yeah.
But I enjoyed looking into truths, looking at information.
Uh-huh. And you've got some really cool books. Are they out now or are they coming out?
Yes, book 1 and book 2 have just recently been released. Book 3 is going to be out. We're hopeful within a month or two.
Uh-huh.
It's had the editors for the second run through. Book 1 and book 2 were previously available on Amazon, but now they're back available again in new editions. I've
Uh-huh.
gone back through. We had some typing issues with the first book. I wrote that on, I don't know, like Windows 95 or something years ago when I wrote it.
Uh-huh.
And we were working up the original manuscript, and it didn't translate well. It went through like 8 different computer iterations. So I just went back and retyped it. That was a nightmare. I hope to never have to do that again. But I suddenly have great respect for all those monks that used to have to sit and translate all those volumes and volumes of books. They're all
Yeah.
horribly boring unless you had a good one. But this one, I already knew how the story went. So retyping it again, it took longer than I thought. But we got that out, and it revamped from the original. And the second book, Devil's Night, that one's been well received. So we went back through and put new covers on them, and they're out with the Postmortem Press now. You can find them on Amazon.
Nice, nice. So can you tell us a little bit about the books, what they're about?
Yeah. The main character of them is a character named Matthew Paladin, and Matthew's got a problem. He has a demon attached to him. Now, he's not possessed in the traditional sense. It's not like the demon takes control and makes him do things. Doesn't even ask him to do things. But that's what scares him. His knowledge of demons is such that if there's one attached to you, it's there for a reason. And if it's not telling you the reason, that's the scariest thing of all. So throughout it, he's been trying to find experts who can assist him. One of the experts was a man that his father knew, Gerald Ironblood, an exorcist with the Catholic Church. And Gerald feels that he owes it to Matthew to try and figure out what's wrong, what this creature is, who it is, and how to get rid of it. So the course of the Paladin sequence is essentially Matthew Paladin learning what his role is in this unraveling history of the universe that involves him, a bunch of other individuals, and these infernal and celestial powers that are trying to vie for control of creation.
Nice. That sounds really interesting.
Well, it's a common story theme. You'll hear about it from a lot of different people, but the difference is how we go about it. Most of the stories, they get into the whole war of dark and light. They start out, well, the light came. Mine begins with the light came and the darkness screamed.
Uh-huh.
Nobody considers what happens when the light occurs, because if light and darkness are the opposites, what happens to the dark?
Right. It disappears.
Yes, or worse. It's
Yeah.
torn to pieces, penetrated, pinned, trapped, until it can regain its strength. And once that happens, it may decide to try and make a bid for control, too.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of the underlying thing. The whole battle between angels and demons, that's nothing. That's just the light fighting itself. The real battle is between light and dark.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the demons, the infernals in the story, they're essentially agitated light, fire. The angels, they're not agitated light. They're coherent light. So that's the whole aspect of it. But they're both creatures of light. And the demons really take certain umbrage to being referred to as creatures of darkness, shadow spawn, and that sort of thing, because the demons know what the shadows are.
Yeah. Well, Satan, he was a bringer of light anyway, so yeah, I can see. Yeah, he was the beautiful one, and yeah, I can see that. Interesting.
Yeah, we interpret the mythology a little bit differently. In the second book, in Devil's Night, we get into the whole deal about Lucifer and his brother, brother Zaphon, and find out some things that, the exact wording is fairly close to what went on with it, the way we interpret it is a little bit differently. That God isn't quite the nice guy that you might think he is sent out there. He actually sent his sons out to discover this darkness and then punish them for it.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah. Yeah. I hear a kitty. I hear a kitty.
yes.
I hear you have some great stories to tell.
Oh, yeah, a lot of different ones. I'm a tattooist by trade. I've
Oh.
been doing that for 20-some years. So most of these stories were actually developed as an oral narrative, as a storytelling tradition that I worked on when I worked on clients.
Uh-huh.
So it started out with basic characters that I conceptualized, and I'd tell these stories while I was tattooing. So each of these stories has a great deal of blood behind it, believe it or not. I say that facetiously. There is certain truth there, but
Yeah.
there's a lot of people out there that are my clients that have actually heard the stories all the way up through the 11th or 12th book.
Uh-huh.
Because most already written. There's a couple of stories that I'm creating new for the novels, but it's all part of a 13-book sequence. But there is significance to the numbers. I try and pack as much symbolism as possible. Because I had an English teacher back in high school who used to just breathe the hell out of symbolism. So I figured, hey, let's beat her.
Yeah. Tattoo artist, huh? Are you still doing that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I've taken a little break just for now to get the writing done, but
Uh-huh.
I'm intending to get back into it. I've been doing it for over 20 years. It's not something you just pick up and do for a little while and have
Right.
a reputation with.
Right. Do you do your own drawings and stuff, or?
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I suppose most tattoo artists do that, don't they? And what kind of? They don't.
Surprisingly, not as many as you might think.
Really?
There are many of them out there that are just do tattoo work. They don't actually generate artwork.
Uh-huh.
More and more people prefer the custom. When I first got into it in the 1990s, there were a lot more flash artists. There
Uh-huh.
still are a few of them out there. They combine images in clever ways to make people believe it's new artwork. And that's fairly common. Well, we had a girl come in one time showing off a lower back piece. Like, oh, yeah, he drew it for me. This is a well-known artist that did it. We picked out the 4 sheets of black that he ripped the images from, altered the orientation, cracked them all back together into a back piece. It was
Wow.
all Ian Fink work stuff from England that he didn't think anybody would see over here. But the owner of our shop used to tattoo over in England. He had friends over there, so he brought back a bunch of flash, and right there it was Ian Fink's work.
Interesting.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Well,
I'm hoping to do a book about the tattoo experience at some point.
uh-huh. I just have one tattoo
Yeah,
so
right.
far, and it's a voodoo
Oh, yeah?
bunny. Yeah, it's on my inside of my wrist, but that's the only one I have so
Yeah.
far. I'm thinking about getting another one though, but
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't know what, like a black
Well,
widow or
never
something.
let anyone put you.
Yeah, yeah. Well, have you?
Yeah.
Let's see. CJ, do you have anything to say? Sarah, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm sorry I had to mute you guys because I'm still carving pumpkins over here with
Oh.
my little ones. I didn't want all the chatter going on in the background.
Yeah. Did you get Red on so she could come on and ask some questions?
Yes, she is coming in there. I didn't know if we wanted to put her on right away or not, so I will
Sure.
ask her in now. Hang on.
So tell us some good stories about your tattooing.
Oh, boy.
What,
There's so many good ones.
what's your favorite? What's your favorite one, Lance?
What's that?
What's your favorite story that you tell your folks when you're tattooing them?
There's a few different ones. There's some of them that are a touch, how shall we say this, adult-oriented. They're pretty funny ones. Those usually get people's attention. And then some of the funnier ones about people that think they want tattooed, but they're not really sure what they want, so they ask for something funny. This one I'm actually going to do a whole chapter on in one of the books at some point, but a young lady came in saying that she wanted to get kanji tattooed on her. Okay, well, kanji is a form of writing. It's Japanese script writing. It's like, all right, what would you like written on you? Her response, kanji. Okay, what would you like written in kanji on you? Well, kanji. So you want us to put the word kanji on you in kanji. All I know is I saw these people with these really cool tattoos, and my friends told me that stuff's kanji, so that's what I want. I want them kanji. So we found the Japanese character for kanji.
Oh,
We did it nice and beautiful for her, and we tattooed kanji on her. Exactly as she wanted. She was happy as could be.
It's a look